It's Christmas Eve! You know what that means? AEW Dynamite is live in the Hammerstein Ballroom for the first of 2 days in the world as the World's End Week begins, and we welcome you in with this gift of All Elite Wrestling as AEW Dynamite officially is alive at an earlier start time from 34th Street in the Hammerstein Ballroom as the Continental Classic continues. Welcome everybody to our coverage. And we're not wasting any time to get right into the action. Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve to you all. You know what this is. I am the Superman of the Superman, the voice of wrestling, forever grateful for the gift of professional wrestling. Damn it. My name is Noel Foster. With me, as always, the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. Of course, Mr. Spirit of Christmas, #1, always. Thank you all for tuning in. Please let us have a comment. Tell a friend. You want to take the conversation super chat as simple as that. As the Continental Classic will continue, it is do or die territory for everybody as we look at the updates of the league, as we get ready for freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy taking on the Alpha, Konosuke and Takeshita. There you see the current leaderboard. John Monson remains alive at 6. Roderick Strong eliminated. Konosuke and Takeshita both tied at 7. Máscara, Dorada at 3 and needs a lot of help to move ahead in this thing. And Orange Cassidy's at 6 and has a chance to take the head of the block if he beats the Alpha tonight. JJ, it's good to see you as always, my friend. Merry Christmas Eve to you. How are you feeling tonight about AEW Dynamite?
I'm looking forward to it. There's some good matches on the card. One match in particular I'm looking forward to. I'm sure you already know which one that is.
Oh, I know for a fact.
Yeah, I just hope I don't get my heart broken in that one.
Well, I guess that's a problem that you'll have to solve. And of course, speaking of problems, the problem Marina Shafir will take on Mina Shirakawa. Our AEW Women's World Champion goes face to face with her challenger as Kris, Statlander, and Hayter are in the building. MJF will be in action, and the Continental Classic continues, of course, not just with this match, but also with Máscara, Dorada, and Roderick Strong, and the Bastard Pac versus Jungle Jet Perez. We got the voice from Nate Paquette giving us inside scoop and the sports analysis on both these men's mindsets. We get ready for this match. And we already know what Orange Cassidy's unorthodox style can endure and can bring. But the Alpha, who is trying to unify the world of professional wrestling, while, of course, going along all trends of every style, preparing, of course, for Yoda next week in the Tokyo Dome, January 4th. And stay tuned, folks. We'll be covering Wrestle Kingdom live here at the Super Reliable Studios. Commentary team to be figured out, whether it's me, because I'm a crazy mother effer. Find out. Again, folks, the Continental Classic. This is our annual round robin tournament AEW. 20 minutes time at 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone is banned from ringside. If anyone gets involved, they are fired from AEW. Capacity crowd on hand once again from the Hammerstein Ballroom. Referee Paul Turner for this contest. And the bell rings. We are underway. And you can watch them with us via TBS and your local provider or HBO Max and be part of the hashtag and the conversation using hashtag AEW Dynamite as this gift on Christmas Eve officially begins. I love that chant
for the fans this week. Lots of gifts. We got tonight. We've got tomorrow, Christmas Collision. I was going to ask you before we went on the air, do you want to do the Boxing Day brawl for Ring of Honor?
Depending on when I'm available, we can surprise them with that gift if we want to just, put it in there as a food for thought. I would absolutely love to. As of course, we know the Ring of Honor Pure Champion to be on the line as Lee Moriarty will defend against Commander. We also know the Premier Athletes will be in 6-bit personality. I schoolboy by Orange Cassidy at 2 count. And so much more, of course, coming out of the fallout from Ring of Honor Final Battle as we welcome in the New Year shortly with New Year's Smash next week. Sunset Flip. And, of course, you're seeing the standings across the bottom of your screen for not only the Blue League, but the Gold League. Gold League actually continue tonight. 5-way tie, 6 points. Orange Cassidy sits in the cover. 2.5. Very close here. As it is much more do or die in the Gold League than right now it is for either of these competitors in the Blue League, JJ.
That's fair. I mean, the Gold League is where it's at. The Gold League is where all the action has been.
Yep.
That's definitely the most stacked division in the Continental Classic this year. Not to take the Blue League lightly, but I feel like all the big time hitters, with the exception of Okada, have been in the Gold League.
Yeah, you saw Paul Turner almost count Konosuke and Takeshita down for a crucifix. As Orange Cassidy almost surprised the Alpha here. Of course, not caught in the commentary. Again, there are no seconds allowed at ringside. These are pure one-on-one contests with a 20-minute time limit. We've already seen Konosuke go to a draw with one of his fellow competitors that's tied with him in the Blue League, actually, in Claudio Castagnoli, as we see Brian Danielson, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Don Callis on commentary. So, JJ, let me ask you this. We've seen Konosuke Takeshita take Claudio Castagnoli to the limit. We've seen what Orange Cassidy is willing to do and willing to go with the best in this business. Do you think the tail of the tape will favor Orange Cassidy more the longer this goes? And does Konosuke need to beat Orange Cassidy quicker than he thinks he needs to?
Well, I think anybody needs to try to beat Orange Cassidy quicker than they think they need to, because Orange Cassidy has proven that the longer it goes, the more he ends up getting into his opponent's head. But I feel like the Alpha's got this in the bag. Nothing against Orange, and I've eaten crow a couple times here in the C2, but I feel like this should be an easy one for Takeshita here. If Orange Cassidy wins and he survives Yoda Tsuji, you got to imagine that would put Orange Cassidy in line for an IWGP Championship match.
Well, that's if, of course, the Alpha survives Yoda Tsuji next week, to your point, and sees the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship as well as it's tile for tile in the Tokyo Dome. Not to mention, as we are also talking about the Continental Classic, the gift that's keeps on giving in this professional wrestling tournament of unpredictability, tonight and tomorrow will officially determine our semifinals. As again, the top scorers, the top two of the blue and the gold, will advance to the semifinals at World's End, and the winner of those two matches will culminate our finals in this year's conclusion of the Continental Classic. Reigning and defending champion Kazuchika Okada is still very much alive, as the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita looks to upset him and prove that he is the best professional wrestler right now alive. Orange Cassidy snapping over, swinging a miss by Konosuke, driven at first in the top turnbuckle. Again, folks, the top scorer of the Gold League will face the runner-up of the Blue League, and the top scorer of the Blue League will face the runner-up of the Gold League. At this point in the Gold League, tiebreakers are going to be huge in scenario if we have any draws. As right now, the Blue League actually continues with a great DDT, and up and around, Orange Cassidy takes Konosuke down with a DDT again. Goes in the cover, hook on the far leg to get the plan. 2 count only. Orange Cassidy very sharp right now, and of course being very sharp and witty. Please welcome Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz to the commentating booth for the first time in a while for the Continental Classic. Walter, happy Christmas Eve. Good to see you. How are you?
Good.
Beautiful
How are you?
DDT.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Professional wrestling from AEW, the gift that keeps on giving any time of the year for me. As the Continental Classic is that holiday tradition that has always warmed my heart as professional wrestling fan. So I'm doing well. And of course, we got everything ready for the Christmas morning. As of course, we'll be back tomorrow night, Christmas night, as JJ alluded to, with Christmas Collision. Special start time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As of course, we at the Summer Studios want to be your reliable source, hashtag spoiler free, for all things wrestling across the biggest shows, pay-per-view specials, and PLEs for WWE, NXT, AEW, ROH, TNA, and other promotions, including not limited to GCW, JCW, HLG, Wrestling Revolver, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and so much more. Takeshita, of course, trying to ascend to be the leader of his block with a win over Orange Cassidy will take him to double digits, 10 points, almost assuring him that he will be at least a semifinalist in the Continental Classic. And Orange Cassidy, of course, with a win tonight, will also take him to 9, which will also put him at the top of the block.
Orange Cassidy's getting full of himself, hands in the pockets.
Yeah, again, Orange Cassidy.
And the lackadaisical kicks to the knee and the shins of Takeshita there.
Yeah, right now, Konosuke. Whoa!
The weirdest Hulk up ever.
I'm about to say, when Orange Cassidy puts the hands in the pockets, Orange Cassidy engages. And to JJ's points, the most lethal kicks in the wrestling business, just trying to get in the Alpha's head, trying to take out his knee pads and chins. Imagine these kicks actually affecting somebody with bad ankles. I'm just saying.
Well, if you've got bad ankles, the slightest touch affects them.
Exactly. And Konosuke perching Orange Cassidy in the top turnbuckle. Orange, again, hands in the pockets. Take over to hits. Again, Orange Cassidy is the only wrestler I know that can pull offense while his hands are in the pockets. And some of it is actually effective. That drop kick wasn't, though.
Dude, the most impressive thing for Cassidy for me is the kip-ups that he does with his hands in his pockets.
Right? And the core strength that's involved in that, let alone the spring in your legs.
Maybe he had a lot of practice as a kid with his hands in his pocket.
That's probably fair. I'm sure there's people that made sure his hands were in his pockets, not by his own will. And so for Orange Cassidy, you see again.
The question is, what was the other hand doing that wasn't in his pocket? Was it giving a peace sign? Was it flicking a cigarette? Was it hailing a taxi cab?
Oh, wait a minute. Boom! Thunder bomb! Doesn't go for the cover. I think Konosuke just feels insulted by Orange Cassidy's
No, he
lackadaisical
just
demeanor.
even he
No,
knows that it won't
it's
get a
just
3
that
count.
Takeshita has learned that blue thunder bombs don't get 3 counts.
Shut
Yep.
the
So
fuck
there's
up,
no
JJ.
point in
As we go to
going
restaurant
off
quiet
of him.
picture in picture. Fuck television. You son of a bitch. You had to bring that up tonight.
Even Takesha knows.
Oh, shut up, Walter.
Exactly.
Quit double teaming me on that move.
Takeshita
Anyway.
learned that before he learned full English.
Damn. I don't know if I would go that far, dadgummit.
I would.
Of course you
Shit.
would. Shout out to Safet, Kate Rare, Bali Man, my friend Sandy, and Charles Schultz, by the way, in the chat. Hope everyone's having a great time tonight. A beautiful cyber happy tonight. Enjoying AEW Dynamite again. We're still to come tonight. We have, of course, the Dynamite Diamond Final where Ricochet or Bandido will face the AEW Men's World Champion next month at Maximum Carnage. Depending on who leaves the title at World's End, and to JJ's point, we'll see if a problem can be solved by Mina Shirakawa as they go one-on-one and after the fallout from that 8-woman all-star tag. We also have everyone's favorite scumbag, MJF, in action ahead of World's End, where he challenges for the AEW Men's World Championship, and the Bastard Pop takes on Jungle Jack Perry in the Continental Classic, as, of course, it's Saturday night, as Kris Statlander and Jamie Hayter will have a face-to-face interview, and I'm sure Statlander will have something to say to Jamie regarding that Hayter raid, and so much more to come here tonight as AEW Dynamite 34th Street continues. So again, folks, buckle up, enjoy the show. We hope to bring you a lot of fun, a lot of humor. I know the man down the very bottom most certainly was. I feel like I'm going to be double team here tonight again, a different capacity. Here tonight on AEW Dynamite on 34th Street. Oh, gosh, Orange catches that club to the spine. And, of course, we talked about before how it is do or die, Walter. Of course, you weren't here for the conversation. We got Gold League action tonight with a 5-way tie at 6 points. And, of course, you see the top 4 are literally in their last match, of course, in the Continental Classic round robin action. As, of course, Pac and Jungle Jack Perry have a lot of room to try and overtake the field between tonight and tomorrow.
I still can't believe we got that many people tied up. I want to see. I wish they would have done it on both leagues just to see what the hell we would go. Like, create Christmas chaos.
Chaos? Christmas chaos? What the hell are you trying to do here? Boy, you crazy. It's a fact. I mean, Hayter hits hard. If you're in the way of that forearm, you're going to get your head taken off like freaking Katsuchika Okada's Rainmaker. And Konosuke right now trying to squeeze the life out of Orange Cassidy, looking to hoist up, pocket, out the back door, pushed off from the ropes, and up and over. Of course, folks, you watch it on TBS, you're looking at Restaurant Quiet Picture in Picture like us. If you're on HBO Max, I apologize. Sunset Flip, roll through Orange Cassidy, big pump kick.
Oh, I'm
Right
on
between the
Max. Let me go to my Sling TV then if y'all using yours.
I was going to say, I'm on Max.
And welcome back here to AEW Dynamite. I like this comparison of HBO Max outward analysis and picture-in-picture inward analysis. This is great. As, of course, we're back here in the Blue League right now. Orange Cassidy, Konosuke Takeshita. There you see during the commercial break, if you're back with me, Konosuke Takeshita trying to hoist Orange Cassidy up. And an overhead back body drop, roll through, follow-up, PK kick right through the Alpha's face. And, of course, we know that time can also play a factor, as Konosuke has already been involved in a match to a draw with a man that Orange Cassidy lost to, by the way. And, oh, man, what a stun down there out of the corner. Takeshita attempted the Raging Fire, that Avalanche Falcon arrow, and Orange Cassidy with a great counter to it. Orange Cassidy, it's open, kill the DDT. That's the third impact, by the way, that those are tracking. Konosuke Takeshita's head.
Yeah, and he keeps grabbing it, too. I saw it doing earlier.
Take a look at the replay here, guys. Beautiful tope transition to the detail on the floor. Oh, man! Konosuke just ran his boot for Orange Cassidy cover. Look at the far leg and a kick of that, too. Again, that explosive offense by Takeshita is so damn lethal, Walter. And you see right now Konosuke bleeding from his mouth. Might have a busted tooth.
Busted something.
Probably was that PK kick from earlier. Now Takeshita, we're going to Orange Cassidy. Of course, Takeshita, current IWGP World Champion after beating Zack Sabre Jr. at King of Pro Wrestling. Go for the stun dominator again, and Konosuke able to scout it. Hook Orange Cassidy up. Uh-oh. He's got the legs trapped. Orange Cassidy, though, trying to escape the Cazadora. Might turn to a wheelbarrow. Wait the roll through the cover. 2. Reversal by Konosuke into a wheelbarrow suplex.
I love that freaking wheelbarrow suplex he does.
That freaking deadlift. Went for the orange punch. Oh, rolling elbow connects by Konosuke. Orange punch connects. He got right back up and delivered that with some extra pump. And now goes in the cover to advance the blue leg. And Konosuke gets the shoulder up at 2.
Ooh.
Just escapes.
They almost got me with that one.
Well, we've already gotten by JJ, who admitted he ate crow not once but twice, saying that this is going to be a freaking easy win for Konosuke. Konosuke should win this. And you just saw a split second there of a difference, JJ. And once again, hat trick, you almost ate your own words.
Like I said, I've eaten them a few times here. I'm prepared to eat them again.
And if between tonight and tomorrow, I guarantee that I'm going to just have JJ Advance predict these matches to see how many times he eats crow. It's hilarious. Went for the orange plunge again. How much does Konosuke Orange Cassidy have left? You got to consider the clock's going to come into play here as well. We've got to be close to at least half the time limit here.
At the least.
Everything with Konosuke is just straight up strong style. Smash mouth in your face. Break you. Orange Cassidy, though. Big break on the apron.
Well, he ain't the NJPW champ for nothing. Or IGWP, I should say.
IWGP, International Wrestling Grand Prix, the standard of fighting spirit, founded on that lyre mark since 1972 for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Orange Cassidy trying to break the standard right now of IWGP with a vicious beach break on the apron as both men are slow to stir. I mean, again, count out here, guys, is another strategy that either of these men could take. A count out win for a single person would get them 3 points as well. Sidestep, pump kick, miss, and Konosuke catches it and driven over the barricade.
Get him back in the ring. Just go back in the ring. Take the count out victory.
And Cassidy back inside him into your point, Paul. Turn it up to 6.
There we go. Smart.
And Konosuke right now doesn't know where he is. Probably seeing stars. The audience trying to will him on. Up to 8. Up to 9. It can get it. Oh, man. Just beats the count at 9 3/4. And the roll up by Orange Cassidy. Kick out.
That was close.
And now cover. And again, Konosuke escapes. Wait for the orange punch to catch go. Hooked Orange Cassidy. Up and around. Whip the freaking Raging Fire. Inside cradle. Inside cradle. Reversal by Konosuke. Again. Raging Fire!
Oh! That was nice the way he did that.
2. And Konosuke goes to 10.
Still, that was nice.
Hell and buzzer beater finish for the Alpha as he ascends to the top of the Blue League. The first man across the entire field to 10 points. As we look at the updated standings, there you see the Alpha with 1 match left. Gotta be a log at this point, guys, to move on to the semifinals.
No, he was always my pick to get to the finals. Let's see, that's 1/2.
Hell of an opening match here tonight at AEW Dynamite 34th Street. What a fight. A valiant effort by the former, most notorious AEW International Champion 2 times over. As we go to the Madman, Gabe Kidd, who has revenge on his mind towards one Darby Allin. Woo! That was great. I mean, again, this is why I love this shit so much. It's stuff like that that fires me freaking up. Again, Gabe Kidd right now, who literally helped send Orange Cassidy to his own freaking hell. While this madman's been in his own proverbial hell, his own worst enemy in his head. It's time to crack. You know, if there's someone more lethal and dangerous and reckless than Darby Allin, Gabe Kidd might actually be a close second.
Bro.
And I think he just challenged Darby Allin to a match at World's End. God help both of those men. As we go to full commercial break, fuck television.
Gabe Kidd is psycho, man.
He's a madman, you know. Anyway, and I'm freaking mad when it comes to professional wrestling commentary, by the way. So, again, folks, to bring you up to speed, John Moxley 6, Claudio Castagnoli 7, with only Roderick Strong left. John Moxley, of course, Orange Cassidy left. Both these men have shared wins and losses against each other in singles action. Konosuke Takeshita has now ascended to 10 with only one match left against the man that already beat Claudio Castagnoli, Máscara Dorada. So keep that in mind, by the way. And, of course, Roderick Strong, he is eliminated, but he still can play spoiler very much here. He beats Claudio Castagnoli, but also just getting up on the board against Máscara Dorada would also help him try to eliminate Máscara Dorada. At this point, Roderick Strong is the spoiler of the Blue League if he wins both his matches. And Máscara Dorada and Roderick Strong is still to come later tonight, while Orange Cassidy remains at 0 with one match left against, as I said, the Death Rider John Moxley. So Blue League is still very much more dynamic, but it's going to be extremely hard now to upset or remove Konosuke Takeshita, I think, from the semifinals picture. As of course, folks, you see the schedule right there. We're coming to Dynamite 34th Street. Yes, you see that right. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be back unwrapping Christmas Collision and the conclusion of the Continental Classic Round 1 action. That will, of course, culminate in figuring out our top 4 to move on to the semifinals at World's End, which, of course, we're covering. And, of course, you all can follow with us on the pay-per-view via HBO Max or your local pay-per-view provider. And stay tuned for the final city predicting of 2025 this Friday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for World's End. Me and a gaggle of fools moderating and predicting the final AEW pay-per-view of the year for the conclusion of the All Elite League of 2025. That and so much more this week on the Super Reliable Studios, heading into the new year with a New Year's Smash come next week, Wednesday night, and so much more. Well, that being said, JJ, it wasn't as easy as you thought. Split-second margin of error almost caused the alpha there. How close, how critical is 3 damn seconds? But somehow he got the Raging Fire and got the win. A Falcon Arrow, by the way.
I never said it was going to be easy. I just said that he should win.
All right. So who you think should win this?
Roddy.
Because?
At least he'd have some points.
I
mean, dude, Máscara Dorada only has 3 points. Roddy has none.
That's accurate.
Let's let Roddy get the dub over the dude with only 3 points, and he can at least be on the fucking board.
Okay, fair enough. And what do you think about this, knowing that... Go ahead, Walter.
Beat John Moxley of all people, so... If you could beat
Moxley, you're not wrong. I mean, it's a very fair analysis. And, of course, looking at the Gold League, again, Pac and Jungle Jack Perry, both men right now are going to be in back-to-back nights of action. Pac, of course, won part of the 5-way tie at 6 points. So what are your thoughts on this match, JJ? Do you think
I want this one to go to Jungle Jack. That way, for at least a split second, everyone in the Gold League has 6 points.
You're crazy! A 6-way tie?
We've still got more matches to go. But I'm just saying, like, how crucial would that final win be going into Christmas Collision tomorrow if we go in with a 6-way tie?
I mean, that's fair. And, of course, we just saw FTR still the AEW Tag Team Champions to be in the Bang Bang game. And let's go ahead and see if your prediction comes to fruition as the Continental Classic continues with the Messiah, the Backbreaker, and the Master of the Rose. Time for Roderick Strong versus Máscara Dorada.
I told you, Christmas chaos.
Look, sometimes chaos at Christmas can bring a peace to a person's heart that's a professional wrestling fan. And AEW Dynamite on 34th Street is proof of that. For the second year in a row, might I add, from the Hammerstein Ballroom. And of course, Roderick Strong, originally, everyone considered him a substitute for Kyle O'Reilly. For if Kyle O'Reilly wasn't injured, the Violent Artist very well could have been the Continental Classic. As Roderick Strong said, he's doing this for himself and looking to break every motherfucker's black. So far has not been able to back up those words. The only man right now across the entire Continental Classic field with 0 points. But we know Roderick Strong will not go down without a fight, even if it means ultimately he's still defeated, Walter.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one of those things also where Eddie Kingston once said, humble in victory, humble in defeat. I think Roderick Strong's the definition of that this year because every match is another experience and also another point for Roderick Strong to prove exactly how damn dangerous and effective a competitor he is. As we see Máscara Dorada, current CMO World Trios, and historic welterweight champion. Not necessarily eliminated, but needs a lot of help here.
Win or lose, he's just happy that he gets to still be in the ring after what we thought was going to happen.
Right? And again, if Máscara Dorada wins both his matches, he will be at 9 points, just short of Konosuke Takeshita. But pretty much if Máscara Dorada loses this, you might as well call him eliminated.
Okay,
The thing about these round robin tournaments, you can't consider elimination even if you are eliminated. You gotta consider every match is important.
Claudio needs that win just to tie Takeshita.
And remember, Máscara Dorada owns the tiebreaker over Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio lost to this match luchador. And again, folks, special night and time tomorrow night, Christmas Collision, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT and HBO Max. And again, it's going to be a big 2.5-hour broadcast, so y'all better have all your eggnog and everything in order and put the kids to bed. Roderick Strong going for the single leg takedown. And of course, with Roderick Strong, you can set a very more, to Walter's favorite form of wrestling, transitional or scientific type match versus the strong style bout we got in the first one. Breaks the grip and grabs wrist control of Máscara Dorada. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Subscribe to Rage for Wrestling. Subscribe to Bad for Wrestling. Subscribe to Cassidy Studios. And again, just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling no matter what company. It's as simple as that. Looking for the rope break. Referee Brandon Martinez, by the way, for this contest. And of course, like I said, coming up this Saturday is World's End. Next week, we have New Year's Smash, the final Dynamite, the final wrestling show of the calendar year 2025, as well as Maximum Carnage. And of course, that all leads into Revolution in the new calendar year as we keep you in tune with all things All Elite Wrestling and so much more. What a beautiful way to count down to the new year with a New Year's Smash on New Year's Eve of AEW Dynamite, December 31st. And again, you still get your tickets at AEWTX.com. Interesting modified armbar here.
You'll probably pay reasonable fucking prices.
Look, the economy is what it is, and business, top 1%, and bloody suits are what they are, no matter what freaking entrepreneurship you deal with, all right? You just got to make the best of any situation. And Roderick Strong trying to make the best of this situation, trapping Máscara Dorada almost into a camel clutch or accolade. Máscara able to slip out of the back door. And Máscara Dorada right now tying up the legs of Roderick Strong, possibly looking for a modified Romero special. You see the way he's applying pressure to the back of the knees of Roderick Strong and hoisting him up high, hyperextending the arms behind his side. Uses a lot of core strength and drops him for a 2 count. So that was really interesting, the fact he moved the Romero special into a pinning predicament.
It sure was.
You don't usually see that. You usually see a lot of people exerting a lot of energy, holding them up vertically above their body. Side step. Máscara Dorada, they will land on his feet. Reverse roll. Roderick Strong. Inside out. Handstand. Able to sidestep. Máscara Dorada. Snap it over in the apron. Beats Roderick Strong to the punch with the Enziguri. Big Gaminguri. Again, Walter, you've been impressed with Máscara Dorada since his showcase at AEW All Out against Konosuke and Okada.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, we saw Sky Team successfully retain the CML World Trios Championships at Wrestle Dream against the Donkawas family. Both these men battling out for 3 points. Máscara Dorada out to be alive! Oh, gosh! Deposit with a short-range blue thunder bomb on the apron, rearranging Máscara Dorada's spine. As this match continues in the Continental Classic Restaurant Clyde picture-in-picture. Fuck television.
I don't know why that still gets me when you say.
Because as long as I live and breathe, you will never find a day where I say, I love TV. And again, Roderick Strong taking advantage of Máscara Dorada on the outside to bring people up to speed. Looks like GCW might have a show next week on New Year's Eve as well. Well, JJ will have to double check them. I have to confirm for, of course, doing a watch along for that. Of course, try and keep up with everything here.
They do. We are. There's
Good
no
man.
need to double check or confirm, and Safet doesn't have to play executive producer. He's been told that numerous times. He's on the verge of being banned.
Ooh.
But, you know,
well, that's
Merry
news to me.
Christmas. I'm trying not to do that on Christmas Eve, but some people just don't learn when you delete their comments and you give them warning after warning.
Oh,
So
yeah,
sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
fair enough. Well, JJ, that's all news to me. But Lord knows, you and Walter, we are still liable for a reason.
No, he has warned him a hell of a lot of times.
Well, then all I gotta say is tread cautiously. And right now, Máscara Dorada might want to tread cautiously in this modified submission hold by Roderick Strong. Again, if Máscara Dorada loses here, he's basically eliminated. At least if he gets 3 points, he's still alive, but he's on life support. He's going to need a lot of help to try and pick things up in the Continental Classic, especially with Konosuke getting that win, now going to 10 points. As Safet is saying, simply put, R-Truth, my bad.
It's not you're bad, you're bad. You say that every time I go off on you.
Too bad, too bad.
You know what you're doing.
Understand?
You've been called out multiple times. I end up sounding like a raging asshole when I do it, but you never super chat. You don't listen. You say that you support us, but you never show any kind of financial support or contributions to us, and you don't listen when you're warned. So I apologize to Noah that I have to come off like a raging asshole, but how long am I expected to sit back and be a nice guy about it?
All right, fair enough. Well, hey, the more you know, and no one's half the battle. Still to come tonight, Mina Shirakawa solved the problem. Marina Shafir, MJF in action. Pop
You
versus
just did that to
Jeff
try
Curry.
to calm me down by showing me Mina.
A little bit. Oh, you said her name. Mina Shirakawa again, taking on, of course, the problem, Marina Shafir, as we're back on AEW Dynamite 34th Street. Máscara Dorada versus Roderick Strong in the Continental Classic. Still to come tonight also, Jamie Hayter and Kris Statlander with a head-to-head, face-to-face interview. I imagine with Renee Paquette. Beautiful tornado arm drag takeover by Máscara Dorada as action continues. Again, speed has been the biggest asset to Máscara Dorada in and out of this tournament, Walter and JJ.
Yeah.
His ability to move and even move his own body and modify his offense on the fly, quite literally, has literally taken the better of his opponents. Now going for a tope arm drag on the floor in between the turnbuckles.
Technical wrestling and transition wrestling is the counter to speed, though. When he grounds you, grabs a leg, grabs an ankle, you ain't gonna be flying around the damn ring all the time.
Well, I mean, everyone's the same height when they're on the ground.
Yeah, the thing is to catch him first. That's all Roderick needs, is to catch him.
Máscara Dorada stays himself up the top with a beautiful swanton bomb. And the cover to advance to 6 points gets a 2 count. A little frustration there coming out of Máscara Dorada, figuring he had Roderick Strong there. And again,
calling for something.
And of course, again, we'll be covering quite a lot of stuff tomorrow as Claudio Castagnoli takes on Roderick Strong. Konosuke Takeshita takes on Máscara Dorada tomorrow night on Christmas Collision. And up in the fireman's carry. Oh! Drop with a bapper across the top turnbuckle. Follow up, jumping knee by Roderick Strong. Now he's bringing the offense forward. Face first goes Máscara Dorada. And down goes the cover. And a 2 count for Roderick Strong. Nearly putting away Máscara Dorada and virtually eliminating him. Looking for the sick kick and connects. Cover. Hook on the far leg. 2 count again. You think about also, even if Máscara Dorada gets through this match and somehow remains in this tournament, the damage that Roderick Strong could be doing to Máscara Dorada's back could play in favor of literally Máscara's final opponent, which is the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. Roderick Strong
How many more
at this
matches
point
would Roderick have left? If he wins this, he'll get 3.
Cover, hook the near leg.
One more time.
Yeah, there's only one more match for both of these men. As you saw, Roderick Strong's final opponent is Claudio Castagnoli. Backbreaker over the knee. ROH represent, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
As Roderick strong to JJ's point, looking to pick up his first 3 points. And hoisting Máscara, who escapes. Kick to Roderick strong. And right now, Máscara Dorada drawing even here against Roderick Strong with this exchange. Once again, going up to the top rope. And looking for the shooting star press. Cover hook the forward leg. I got him.
Yep.
Máscara Dorada remains alive and kicking in the Continental Classic with hopes not completely faded as he goes to 6 points. And heading into a 3-way tie now with Jon Moxley and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, with, of course, each of those 3 men. Everyone now only has 1 match left.
And we just saw Cassidy lose.
About to say, can Takeshita be beaten? That is the question. Because if Takeshita wins, he's a lock, period.
That's true.
Again, tomorrow night, Konosuke Takeshita's final match in round-robin tournament action against Máscara Dorada. Can Máscara surprise the world again like he did Claudio Castagnoli? Ooh, what's this? 2025, of course, has been an incredible year for AEW. And again, I can't thank people enough who have followed us on this all-elite journey. Countless moments, countless matches, incredible one-of-a-kind highlights and championship changes, of course. And please stay tuned, of course, for, of course, my little simple graphic of my highlights of 2025, as I did, of course, for WWE, TNA, and NXT. And stay tuned for the conclusion of the All Elite League with predictions for Mommy and Pappelallee next week. Of course, confirming this year's winners of the All Elite League, primarily for the Galaxy, because I guess I'm unstoppable, according to people. But anyway, I honestly might retire at this point for predictions. I don't know. I think this is becoming too easy for me. Hey, listen. I'm all in for life. Anyway, again, also subscribe to the Jet Meacher Network, of course, as, of course, that will be rebooted next year. I want to give a special shout out to, of course, have been my favorite Elite Wrestlers of the year in Timeless Tony Storm, which, again, JJ has spoken verbatim, the best character in modern day women's wrestling history. But, of course, Mina is his fave right now. And we go to Renee Paquette.
Everybody love Mina.
And now let's go to the remarkable Renee Paquette with a face-to-face with our AEW Women's World Champion, Kris Statlander. Who, of course, JJ, do you want me to bring the Grinch out on you and really chastise you?
No, I want you to pick one of these 2.
I'm not doing that till Friday, but you damn sure best respect this AEW Women's World Champion and her opponent. Anyway, Kris Statlander, of course, who waits for her opponent, Jamie Hayter. And again, last time Jamie Hayter and Kris Statlander went one-on-one, it was the Owen, and Jamie Hayter won. Easily 2 of the most popular and powerful women on the All Elite Wrestling Women's Division roster. And again, this Saturday night, Kris Statlander and Jamie Hayter go to war and hit hard over the AEW Women's World Championship. I can't fucking wait for this match. Let's see what the guys say. Oh, man.
Pick Noah.
Shut the fuck up, Walter. That's not valid right now.
Pick Noah.
Shut the fuck up, JJ. I'm trying to hear what these 3 incredible women have to say.
Pick Noah.
Well, decided to give it a shot because she knows that get things taken away. Stop drawing on what you had and look at what you could be. Yeah. Kris Statlander. Yeah, again, you can't stop forever. Bring Statlander, damn it! Fear me for what I have become. Amen. I love that attitude. Kris Statlander seemed a little too familiar when the last wrestled. True that. Jamie Hayter doesn't have the gold, and she also lost the Owen. Well then, you'll be face to face with the Cosmic Killer. Guy's the greatest. And Kris Statlander wants Jamie Hayter to prove something. I don't blame her. Strong words by the champion. Oh!
Ooh, she tried to attack her.
That's not true, but that, of course, she didn't get back up. That's true. That's true. You know what haterade feels like. Oh, man, let these bitches go. Let these women go already. I want to see these two hit hard. I can't wait till Saturday. Again, it's all about the AEW Women's World Championship. One who knows who they are versus one that wants to get to where she is. Who deserves to be called the best in the AEW Women's Division? Kris Statlander, Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's World Championship this Saturday. My Women's Championship match of the month. And the last one I need to see this year. As AEW returns to Chicago in the Now Arena. And speaking of returns, everyone's favorite scumbag, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, returns to in-ring action next on Dynamite here on 34th Street in Hammerstein Ballroom.
Didn't I see you with a scarf the other day with MJF scarf?
I mean,
you did,
I have a
during karaoke. It was the return of NAF.
All right, settle down. He's right now resting fine for the holidays, okay? Anyway, that just made me happy. Anyway.
So pick one, Noah.
Nope, don't have to. Shut the fuck up. Not till City Predicting. Y'all don't have to do anything. So anyway, folks, again, please stay tuned for City Predicting, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night. Me and a gaggle full City Predicting, the final pay-per-view of the AEW calendar year, World's End, headlined by not only Kris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter for the Women's World Championship, but a fatal four-way match for the AEW Men's World Championship. Samoa Joe defending against him and Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. As, of course, MJF return to remind everybody exactly who he is and why he is what he is. But this time, make sure there are no excuses. And while he does still bear the original Dynamite Diamond ring, he is not in contest for it this year, nor for the AEW Men's World Championship match that comes with it, because he already has a championship match this Saturday. I would say it's do or die for Maxwell Jacob Friedman, but the confidence that he had to put this chance out there in a situation where he doesn't have to be involved in the decision to lose and vice versa for the champion. That's a lot of moxie, JJ, if you ask me.
Definitely. But MJF has got beef with all the men in that match. So he wants to prove to them and remind the rest of the world that he is better than you, and you know it.
Damn fucking right. And again,
unfortunately, I don't think I'll be there for Simply Predicting.
Aww.
Or if we do Boxing Day Brawl, because I start at 2:00 my time. There are 4 people that come on after me, so I might get cut midstream, get to pop in like towards the end, but I won't be there for the whole show, unfortunately.
Well, again, JJ, I always respect your analysis and takes. There's a reason why you and I gel like peanut butter and jelly, and sometimes we're also water and oil. But at the end of the day, Sandy, I don't need to debate this young man.
I am all for this, Sandy.
No.
I am 150% down to do this.
What the fuck?
We'll have Jeff be the moderator.
What?
Because he was supporting women's wrestling before any of us. Helping to promote Wild, the World Independent Ladies Division.
Right.
I am right here for that. We can have a debate about the women's division in AEW because, as much as I love some of the women on that roster, I have got a lot to say about the women's division.
Oh, boy. Everything.
Or the 2 NXTs. You got several things you guys can debate.
Well, I know y'all got a lot to say about this gentleman coming out with a Burberry Titantron. Let's get back to in-ring action and welcome back everyone's favorite scumbag, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Changing the subject.
He's back, folks! The record-setting AEW Men's World Champion and undisputed Dynamite Diamond Ring holder, and now, of course, featured Hollywood movie star from Happy Gilmore 2, who returned in England
It made an immediate impact on his damn return.
Yeah, delivering a promo class 101 in less than freaking 10 minutes. That put all three of those men to shame. Dynamite singles record, by the way, at 28-3-1. Of course, we haven't seen Master Jacob Freeman since that loss at AEW All Out against Mark Briscoe in that tables and tax match. And we talked about JJ. He was on a journey of self-reflection, and it might culminate into his ultimate redemption this Saturday.
The shit he said to Swerve was crazy.
Dustin Waller. So MJF versus a jobber.
Well, enhancement time, but hey, it is what it is when you got the biggest match of your young career, of course, this Saturday, but you're also trying to prove a point and send a message to 3 challengers who, might I add, are not even in action tonight.
Is that one of those local talent people?
That is exactly correct. And right now, MJF in the better of Dustin Waller. Just getting his sprints in right now. Again, MJF, we talked about before, the level of moxie, confidence, that ego that he just teabagged him. All right. Only MJF's the only man in the business I know that gets cheered for teabagging his opponent in the face.
I'm surprised you know what that is.
When I was once a lead lad, I can't shoot the bronze of a barn, but I played Call of Duty and I fucking sucked at it. Still do. And that's all you need to know. Oh, God!
Smack the shit out of Dustin.
Took the words right out of my mouth, JJ. The Hammerlock, DDT, and the Solid Earth, and that's it. Fujiwara armbar, MJF, with a very easy rep ahead of Saturday night.
That was pointless. That was pointless.
You might think that was pointless, but for MJF, that was a simple statement. Sometimes working less is all you need to do. Sending a message to him and Page, Samoa Joe, and Swerve, and MJF has a mic, folks. Buckle up.
Oh, here we go.
Let's hear what everyone's favorite scumbag has to say. Saying happy Hanukkah, by the way, as of course MJF is a good Jew boy. Yes, folks, there's more holidays than Christmas.
Yeah, there's Boxing Day.
Exactly. It's Kwanzaa. There's Ramadan.
And the Boxing Day Brawl.
Oh! And there's also Cowboy Shiznak on Christmas Eve Dynamite, as here comes the other day one who has been MJF's undoing at times, including after being endured the former AEW Men's World Champion, Hammerstein Page. Where is he?
He didn't even get to open his mouth.
Well, I mean, he said enough back in freaking London, and there is Hammerstein Page from the audience.
So Joe and Swerve are going to come out too. We know
well, Heyman does have a mic, and let's be honest here, guys. Whoever wins this match Saturday is going to lead AEW to 2026.
Let Hangman get physical. Him on the mic doesn't always.
I don't know, man. We've seen Hangman pick up his mic game as of late when it came to how proud he was to get that AEW Men's World Championship out of that briefcase. And again, this guy, his Joker, was part of the reason that happened. As here comes Swerve Strickland, and might I add, Swerve and MJF have no prior in-ring history in their respective careers. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan, by the way, who collabed, of course, Swerve's new theme. Heyman Page, Swerve Strickland, and MJF extremely focused on the task at hand this Saturday. Well, there's 3 parts of the equation. Where's the 4th? And does Samoa Joe give a damn? Who's house? No, Swerve doesn't have a mic. Heyman reminding him, Jeff. Your trust agreement got left in England, but tonight we have wait. Lowbrow 1990s. Misogynistic. Bottom of the barrel. Damn. Poorly reprehensible joke at our expense.
Dun, 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 dun.
Damn, him and that Page calling out MJF's verbal vocal skills.
So he ain't scared to talk shit. MJF will say whatever's on his mind.
I think Heyman wants to encourage that.
FCC ain't got shit on MJF. They can't say nothing to him.
Damn.
Compare us to another sex pick? What the hell?
Well, MJF did talk the talk, but uh-oh. Heyman and Swerve making their way down.
I don't think MJF wants to talk. He pointed at the ring and dropped the mic.
About to say, Heyman did beat MJF twice this year, both on pay-per-view.
He is a star.
All three of these men are stars, but MJF arguably is the bigger star of the three in his own mind. And he is still the longest reigning men's world champion.
Regardless of what you say, you're still going to get your ass kicked.
Well, this is what happens when your confidence can't cash check. Wait a minute. The Powers, Hobbs, and Hook sending out the Ops Dojo.
Are they there to beat up MJF?
Obviously, they're there to beat up everybody. Clearly, Samoa Joe doesn't want anything to do with any of these men. Trying to protect him, of course, from three most lethal men here. Swinging a medicine. Oy.
Samoa Joe showed that he can beat.
And there's Joe backstage, of course. Training exercise. Real friend. We don't have to expose your true natures. I'll clean out this hate for me. I mean, there is a lot of hate amongst all four of these men. Joe's not lying. Seems the hatred spreads a little bit more than y'all anticipated. I mean, are we really clear on everything at this point? I don't think we are.
No, I'm still surprised Hangman and Swerve didn't fight. Yeah, you got to fight Saturday.
At the end of the day, it's about the one thing on Samoa Joe's shoulder.
It's not a tag title, it's a singles title. So Swerve and Hangman cannot both be champions, so they're going to have to hit each other eventually.
You want to stand with the catchphrases. Again, Samoa Joe, the master puppeteer. MJF, just got brained by Hammer with a steel chain.
Why would you walk in on two people with chains?
Well, MJF, welcome to Swerve's house. House call connects.
Come on, Hangman, pick him up. Is he going to hang him by the chain?
I'm about to say, the Hangman, who literally has been the bane of MJF's existence. Oh, Swerve wants Mike. Swerve has something to say. Okay.
Ooh. We spilling secrets.
He likes all those. Especially New York City. Well, yeah, he's from Long Island. Left the likes of the retreats. Left the comments. Love your spine, but he does. Because it helps his fragile little ego.
I don't think Swerve's lying.
Maxwell. It's about to be Mike's coming out. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Damn. Enough adjectives right there.
Damn, Swerve. Don't hold back at all, sir.
That was a combination in his world. Oh!
Ooh.
On him or did it hell ever will be?
Diddy ding dong.
Where is we above him? Let's talk about the pinnacle. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Wardlow. Wardlow, get well soon. Jay White, get well soon. And my good friend Adam Cole. Baby! Fell victim and we're worse off at dealing with you. His first thing I was be about him. Whether he's with the enemy or his ally. Oh, what is Hangman? I make them better. True that. Damn. Swear saying I'll be a better human being than he'll ever be. Swerve's house. And I would see you at World's End. Mic drop. Well, I don't think it's safe. I think it's safe to say that MJF's not only integrity has been insulted, but also he literally has been humbled and reminded exactly how weak he might actually be. Swerve Strickland, all talk, radiating ton of action, as again, these three men have one common goal: to seize the gold from Samoa Joe. MJF left laid out. The fact that Heyman and Swerve had that intense face-to-face, the Joker to a Batman, two men locked in combat for 2 years, the most dangerous, violent rivalry in AEW history, walking out together as we go backstage to the Babes of Wrath. And of course, they will defend their gold against Mercedes and Athena this Saturday. By the way, go check out the interview with Ariel Helwani for Harley Cameron. It was phenomenal. Babes of Wrath. And of course, they face High End and Meyer World tomorrow night on AEW Christmas Collision.
Mina!
We up, babes. Babes, cheer up. Oh, that's sweet. Freaking give it, Renee Paquette.
They're blowing smoke up each other's chimneys.
I mean, all you need to do is listen to Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale to raise your spirits. Again, the AEW World Tag Team Championships will be on the line this Saturday, folks. Mercedes Moné and Athena challenging. And I'm sure Athena and Mercedes Moné will have a lot to say about it come after Christmas, as we look to see who commands the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Time for Ricochet versus Bandido for the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
That might be the truest thing you've said in a while, Noah.
What was that?
About how Harley and Willow can lift people's spirits.
Well, I saw a subtle smile on your face. You already got the gift that keeps on giving. Of course, they're the inaugural Double Women's World Tag Team Champions. Meanwhile, Ricochet, the inaugural AEW National Champion, with already 2 defenses on Ring of Honor and AEW back-to-back nights, looks to punch his ticket towards the AEW Men's World Championship. Again, the winner of this match, folks, will challenge for the AEW Men's World Championship. Will you stop that? At Maximum Carnage next month in January in Phoenix, Arizona. Ricochet, of course, accomplished what he wanted to accomplish towards the tail end of the year. Of course, last year, he made it to the semifinals of the Continental Classic, losing to, of course, the then champion that became Kazuchika Okada. And Bandido, who returned home to AWROH in the Hammerstein Ballroom last year, has been many people's Wrestler of the Year, as he is still the Ring of Honor World Champion. Of course, Bandido, former AEW Tag Team Champions, as you see him channeling his inner Brody King tonight. Again, the Diamond ring, folks, for those that are wondering, is a ring that was introduced by Diamond Dallas Page, of all people, in 2019. It has been won and held by Maxwell Jacob Freeman every year. For the first time since inception, MJF will not be involved in crowning the ring bearer. As you see, referee Aubrey Evers for this contest. Hey, Aubrey! As again, Maximum Carnage will be from Phoenix, Arizona. Like the green and red nail job by Aubrey Everett. Of course, all festive season. As this Christmas Eve Dynamite continues here, Bell Reigns, we are underway. And shout out to, again, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Brian Danielson on commentary. Again, Walter Cruz, JJ Williams, No Foss, and the call for y'all here tonight on YouTube. It's about Studios. Again, the AEW Men's World Championship is the cornerstone of AEW, and neither of these men have ever worn it or bared it. I don't think any of these men have even challenged for it. I would also imagine if Ricochet did beat Bandido, it probably would put him in line for our World Championship match. Again, we technically have double jeopardy here as both men are champions. The hammerlock and the side headlock here. As this match suddenly gets underway. Nice arm drag takeover by Ricochet. You see the Gizmo in his corner. Crucifix takedown. 2 count by Aubrey Edwards in the early going. Bandido, of course, has been Ring of Honor World Champion since AEW Dynasty back in April, beating Chris Jericho with successful defenses against the likes of Hechicero, Konosuke Takeshita, amongst others, including Máscara Dorada down in Mexico. Not to mention surviving the first ever Survival of the Fittest at Final Battle for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And of course, Brody King and Bandido won those tag titles, as I mentioned earlier, at Forbidden Door, losing them to FTR at Full Gear. Ricochet, of course, who came to AEW last year, won his first title this year, the AEW Unified Championship in the Casino Gauntlet match at Full Gear. 2 successful defenses underneath his inaugural run, since forming the Demand with the Gates of Agony and finishing business against the Hurt Syndicate for the time being. The sidestep, the Irish Whip, Bandido with the drop down. Both these men right now picking up speed. Ricochet up and over. Rolls off, swings through the handstand. Again, don't blink, folks. Again, both these men picking up the pace. A great body control to take over T. Harris. Drop kick follow-up by the Ring of Honor World Champion, the most wanted man, firing at all cylinders. And why are we bringing the Macarena back in 2025? That's ridiculous. And Ricochet's having none of that, and I don't blame it. That's one thing I will agree about Ricochet, stopping the Macarena. Talk about an out-of-date fad. That's Bandido sitting up and over on the apron. And now Ricochet mocking the Macarena. And Bandido bald. I don't know why that is the best highlight of a Christmas Eve Dynamite so far for me, but it is. And now the jazz being delivered by Bandido. Ricochet recoils with a knife-edge chop. Driving Bandido to a knee. Bandido sinks down to one knee. Again, both these men outlasted over 10 others. Last week at the Casino Gauntlet match in Manchester. And the one-arm overhead military press by Bandido. Ridiculous. And oh! Awkwardly on the apron to the floor. Again, there it is, the full Macarena. And the audience literally saying Macarena. What the fuck? As we go to this replay, I guess some things don't die as much as Christmas carols and hymns and Mariah Carey, who falls out overnight. Who will bear the diamond ring for the first time, not named as Jacob Freeman? We'll find out in this commercial break as this match continues. Let's quiet picture-in-picture. Fuck television. Well, now we got a moment to breathe. JJ, your thoughts on everything Swerve Strickland said regarding MJF? He had some fire bars there that no lies detected.
Swerve speaks the truth.
Stop him when he was telling lies, JJ. I dare you.
Did you hear me stop him?
Nope. But we did also just saw MJF laid out as Hammerstein Page restrained him. And Samoa Joe saying, of course, I'll see you all Saturday, giving a little warm-up exercise with those freaking dojo jobbers who basically Samoa Joe sees the hate goes far beyond just him. And it's almost like Samoa Joe wants to exploit the animosity amongst all three men to his advantage. But what we just saw there, it looks like him and Page and Swerve Strickland have a mutual agreement of respect. And that could be the downfall of Samoa Joe in either capacity for those men to become a AEW Men's World Champion. Just putting it out there for you folks. We take a look at your comments here real quick. Here's a note that the belt Ricochet holds is supposed to be defended on AEW partners, and yet not on the Carver Ski 20 like that for Dynasty. To be fair, Sandy, that was Wrestle Dynasty, a culmination of all partners of New Japan Pro Wrestling, AEW, CMLL, ROH, and Stardom. New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom is exclusively New Japan Pro Wrestling founded, as always, January 4th of tradition. And this year culminates with crowning the gold end of a man's career, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Mr. New Japan himself. That's the same bill with the Torber's front of Ricochet. No, it was. Well, yes, it was. After, of course, the toilet paper teepee shower at the World's End pay-per-view in Orlando, of course. But you're absolutely correct. And the Macarena is, wow. Well, I'm 30. What am I? I'm 33. So, okay. So, it's not as old as me. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. And that, folks, proves nothing for Saturday, according to what JJ was talking about with that match. It was out of the tournament yesterday, much better than MJF. We know it. Truth be told, two different worlds, Sandy. And Pro Wrestling Noah pushes their wrestlers farther in the ring. Cover two, count only, as that's the only thing Pro Wrestling Noah does, of course. And you all can push yourself in higher education. I wish you all the best that are on the road to graduation or had a great fall term. Shout out to the virtuoso Dion Perazzo, who got her higher degree at Southern New Hampshire University. Of course, the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's Pure Champion. Again, folks, higher education, guys, the future. So again, grow yourselves and strive each day to be better and never stop learning. This is a simple public service announcement from the simple man with a degree in IT, 15 years strong. And welcome back here to AEW Dynamite on 34th Street for the Dynamite Ring. Walter Cruz returns on the call here with Ricochet and Bandido locked in combat here to become the bearer of the ring and earn a AEW Men's World Championship match next month in January.
My 90-pound Doberman thinks he's a Chihuahua, could squeeze into little places and knock the router out.
I mean, it doesn't take much to friggin', unscrew a cable. But I do wonder how much it takes for Ricochet to beat Bandido, considering Bandido has been a man with one arm, outlasted 5 other men, and has literally been arguably most people's wrestler of the year, Walter.
Mm-hmm. Mine.
Again, Maximum Carnage, folks, will be coming at Wednesday, January 14th. It will be from Phoenix, Arizona versus Cincinnati. And, of course, this Saturday, we'll be covering AEW World's End, the AEW Men's World Championship Fatal 4-Way, Swerve, Samoa Joe, Hammerstein Page, and, of course, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, who we saw laid out, incapacitated, and literally brought down to earth, or to hell, his own hell, of weakness and insecurity, thanks to Swerve Strickland.
If you guys got the ROH service, go back and just watch Bandido versus Edge Cero from a couple months ago, and that alone will let you know why. Yeah.
Before his honor. You can actually find that match, I believe, on YouTube now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Both these men rolling underneath the bottom rope and Ricochet holding Bandido. And then, oh, man! A suplex on the apron, still maintaining control of the head. Now Bandido carrying Ricochet and a suplex on the floor.
Damn.
That was just nothing but pure, raw strength right there. And determination. Of course, we all know what an attitude and a tribute to confidence can do to a man in battle, Walter.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Again, Ricochet seemed to have been in control, and then Bandido somehow hoisted Ricochet up on the floor with that stalling drop suplex.
Tip for tat.
I'm not sure who got the worst of that exchange, though. All right, Bandido hoisted up by Ricochet, skips out of the back door. Back elbow strike connects. And again, these opportunities, folks, to challenge for a world title, they are not easily earned.
Few and far between. Few and far between.
Bandido hoisted up. Possibly looking for vertical. Sits in the cover. 2 count. Ricochet reversal. And Aubrey gets a 2 count again. Whoa! A monkey flip. Ricochet lands on his feet. Watch out, Aubrey. Bandido. Whoop, 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 whoop. And pulled down by the hair. After Aubrey was sandwiched in the corner. And now Ricochet hoisting up Bandido. Vertigo! 1, 2, kick out.
Ooh, he kicked out.
Think about this. There was no pressure on the shoulders. Poor ring IQ there for Ricochet, despite being once called the king of the Indies. Poor positioning on the cover, Walter. I think San Bandido there.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now in the replay.
Yeah, he thought he had it. Hand in hand, won.
Shit, I thought he did too. He's not the ROH champion for nothing, man.
Again, ROH champion since April as Ricochet looks to load his spirit gun. And Bandido in target. Able to escape. Looking for
How the
kick.
hell?
Has a knee. And a super knee strike. Back heel kick from Ricochet. Now Bandido. Center of the ring. Ricochet, what's he looking for here? Hoisting up the Ring of ROH champion. Onto the shoulders. Possibly a death-eye driver. Bandido turns it up, plays the Dorada. Bring him bobbleheading Ricochet, worse than Devon Dudley. And the dealer might look to show his hand, hit the jackpot, looking for the 21. Plans on Ricochet, lands on feet. And the counter, sits in the counter, deep counter, and Bandido having a kick out. Wow. Somehow Bandido was able to escape that reverse roll-up off the attempted 21 plex that Ricochet countered. What the hell? Caught mid-air into a tire guard position and turned into a... Oh, I thought I was going for Styles punch. Instead, sits down the powerbomb and a 2 count again. That was incredible innovative offense by Bandido. I thought I was going for Styles Clash there, guys. Look at this. And he reverses in midair into a sit-out powerbomb. And nearly won the Dynamite Diamond Ring with that move. I've never seen anybody turn a Styles Clash into a powerbomb like that. Bandido now to the top of the Latino heat. Went for the split leg frog splash. Ricochet able to get out of the way. Oh, it's a knockout of the way of that kick. And the gut wrench by Bandido. And now, up on the shoulder, possibly looking for the X-knee! Ricochet out on his feet. Bishop Contoleone, a sense of urgency as Bandido looks to go for the 21 plan. Bishop Con saving his teammate. Oh, and a nail kick! And Aubrey Evans didn't see it because Contoleone with the distraction. A Spirit Gun counter, crucifix, roll up by Bandido. Bandido wins! Oh, my Ricochet is absolutely upset right now, just teeing off against the Ring of our world champion. Thought he had it, hook, line, and sinker there. Not even giving Bandido a chance to celebrate. Brody King coming to the end of his partner after Ricochet got outgunned and outsmarted. Friend against Baggity, backing off Ricochet here.
Man, dealer won that hand of blackjack. He couldn't get to 21.
Yeah, Ricochet busted despite his game plan using the demand to his advantage. Ricochet somehow got upset. But Ricochet is still, of course, the national champion. But Bandido just earned the Diamond Ring and an AEW Men's World Championship match. January 14th, Phoenix, Arizona. We are going to heat up the action strong with the most wanted man challenging for the richest prize in All Elite Wrestling. But will it be against Swerve, MJF, Samoa Joe, or Heyman Adam Page?
The first person I've seen with that ring, aside from MJF. Sheesh.
And again, this Saturday, we'll learn the other side of that marquee at World's End. Oh, that is awesome. Congrats to Bandido. Very happy about that. A huge win for Bandido now in the Hammerstein Ballroom 1 year later from returning from injury. Coming up next, Marina Shafir versus Mina Shirakawa as AEW Dynamite 34th Street continues.
Uh-oh.
And of course,
Things
our
are
main
about to
event,
really pick up.
Jungle Jack Perry versus the Bastard Pac.
Mm-hmm.
We heard earlier from Gabe Kidd. Let's hear from Darby Allin now, who is underground with Lexi Nair. See what's Lex for Darby Allin here. And that's time to figure out where he's going. Guys.
Somebody's creeping up behind him.
You know exactly who that is. Oh shit! I'm guessing Gabe Kidd was looking for him since Philadelphia.
I didn't even know he was clear. I thought he wasn't cleared.
I don't think Gabe Kidd gives a fuck. There's a lot of kerfuffle going on, and it's pitch black on my screen. And we finally got a feed. Darby Allin's being assaulted by Gabe Kidd.
This looks like they're in a boiler room brawl match or something down here.
No, Walter, those are those same steel steps that John Moxley pushed Darby Allin down 1 year ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I think that's what Gabe Kidd plans on doing now.
Yeah, but I think he plans on bringing more of a lethal dose of revenge and a message that Darby Allin didn't learn last year. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Gabe, don't do this. Don't do this, man. Come on.
Anniversary
Oh,
time.
jeez. Well, I don't know if Darby Allin's even going to be in a condition to compete against Gabe Kidd at World's End. I don't think Gabe Kidd gives a shit.
I don't. As long as he got his hand on him, I don't think he does care.
Yeah, who's the more dangerous of these two men? You be the judge.
I don't
Darby Allin
know.
might need even more help as we go to full commercial break. Fuck television.
Don't forget that match we saw at the beginning of this year with Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega.
That's fair. The definition of Tolkien, Fighting Spirit, Wrestle Dynasty, January 5th to your point as January 4th next year will be a Rosanagi's final match against his greatest rival, Kazuchika Okada. And that will be the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 20. Anyway, congratulations, Bandido, the new number one contender to the AEW Men's World Championship and the new bearer of the Dynamite Diamond Ring as Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd at World's End. Up in the air at this point, but knowing Darby Allin's a crazy motherfucker, JJ, I have a feeling we're going to get that match. And I'm scared what they're going to do to each other.
Yeah, you're not scared. You like violence. You like hardcore. You like brutality. You're a sadistic man. You admitted it.
I don't need to see a person lit on fire, JJ. Or someone stabbed. But anyway, that's a different conversation.
I'm telling you, Darby's hospital room is already reserved. He has a room reserved in every hospital in every state in America.
This hospital room is already reserved. Damn, Walter. Anyway, to bring people up to speed here, of course, action nonstop here. This is still nonstop action, I'm for Steve's sake. Damn. Again, we heard MJF. Well, actually, we did hear MJF. We heard Swerve Strickland literally insult the man's insecurity, knowing how much he actually needs the fans, loves the fans, but Swerve's a better human being, a better wrestler, and one thing that once he was, a better husband. Damn. And no matter what Swerve is, he will always be better human being than MJF, as MJF was incapacitated after a freaking house call, being literally trapped by a chain of circumstance by him and Adam Page as Swerve and Heyman looked at one another. As Swerve says, no matter if I'm against a rival or an ally, anyone I'm in the ring with, I make them better. Now, the question here is, Swerve and MJF had never been in the ring together. So did that segment lead to Swerve making MJF better? And will that result come at World's End this Saturday? Again, MJF put all his chips in. He either loses here or he is done. Period. Wins or he's done. Period. I think I just made JJ think about the psychology there, considering, again, Swerve and MJF have never, ever met each other in a wrestling match in any capacity.
See, I find that hard to believe with the independents, you know?
I looked.
I believe you. I'm just saying I find it hard to believe.
Right? That's what I was like. What the hell? Anyway, continue.
You know, especially Max talking about how he knew him as Shane. Like, if you're going that personal, you would think that they would have met at least once in their past.
Well, they may have crossed paths, but they never had a one-on-one match or any sort of match in the ring, as far as what I know, even when he was called Shane Strickland. But here's something that you know has faced each other before as we get ready for women's action. Here's the most lethal competitor in the women's division, Marina Shafir, as we get ready for Marina Shafir versus Mina Shirakawa. Of course, you see the Death Riders backing up the primary Shafir, who's been Death Rider #1 alongside Jon Moxley since this escapade began last year. Marina Shafir, of course, one half of the Mega Problems with Megan Bayne, made their way to the semifinals of the inaugural Women's World Tag Championship Tournament, losing to Timeless Toni Storm and Marina Shirakawa in a holiday hardcore death match. After Blood and Guts, Marina Shafir incapacitated Mina Shirakawa in a lethal Mother's Milk submission. We talked about before, Walter, how you feel about Marina Shafir when it comes to her style and what she brings, but we've seen her wrestle more this year than in a long time in her career.
Yep, that's one Mother's Milk I'll stay away from, I'll tell you that much.
And every time we see Marina Shafir, she exudes confidence and dangerous intentions, why the whole world wants Mina. And JJ, for some reason, went backstage as Mina Shirakawa makes her way to the ring. And the whole world loves Mina.
He wants to enjoy Mina's entrance all alone.
Oh, I'm sure it's exactly some sort of reason like that. Mina Shirakawa, of course, previous challenger for the TBS Championship and the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship this year, who became All Elite earlier this year, teaming alongside her forever lover, Timeless Toni Storm.
She could be under my tree anytime.
You stay here. Mina Shirakawa wants Timeless Toni Storm to stay backstage. She looks to fight alone. Mina Shirakawa, afraid of nobody, and of course, literally left on her own, left her family and her entire Stardom career behind to pursue this dream in America. I gotta give Mina Shirakawa credit. That takes a lot of confidence taking Marina Shafir on alone, knowing when you face a Death Rider, you never face them alone.
Hi, Mina.
The bell rings, we're underway here. Missile Drop King there going again, folks. The revolution continues next year for AEW, Sunday, March 15th from Los Angeles in the Staples Center. And of course, we'll be covering that, the inaugural AEW pay-per-view of 2026, and the start of the AEW Predictions League. Dragon Screw leg whip by Mina Shirakawa, former Wonder of Stardom and Artist of Stardom / Goddess of Stardom champion, and Ring of Honor Women's World Television champion, interim.
I still think we need to add the TV specials to the Predictions League, Noah. Maximum Carnage, Fight for the Fallen, Winter is Coming, all those shows.
I would, but
having the leagues not even start until the middle of March just seems weird.
Well, I do that because I like to be fair to everybody, and why no one is more elite than me, but you also justify that you are at least, interested in a show that is more than just a regular special leg breaker over the second rope. I gotta be fair to everybody, especially Bossman and Riff, where, let's be honest, he doesn't necessarily predict everything or watch everything. Tornado is a cover now, hook of the far leg, and gets a 1 count, so it's referee Brandon Martinez. So that's why I only do the pay-per-views. If there's more people that was all elite like me, then maybe I would. And also, it saves me some work. And again, you see Marina Shafir favoring that leg so far. Of course, black belt, judoka, former MMA fighter. And sweeps out the leg, does Mina Shirakawa. Mina Shirakawa is still so young, of course, in their wrestling career. Again, you heard Mina earlier ask Timeless Toni Storm to stay backstage. I need to do this alone. This will drop kick. And the cover to count only. What would you say? Would you say this match would be an upset if Mina Shirakawa beats Marina Shafir one-on-one?
No, I'd say it would be an upset if Marina Shafir beats Mina Shirakawa.
Well, we've already seen Marina Shafir incapacitate Mina Shirakawa on multiple occasions, including Blood and Guts. It was literally Mina that was the fall girl, a sacrifice to be made that caused Timeless Toni Storm to surrender for her team.
I understand that, but if we're being 100% honest, until the Death Riders started, Marina Shafir was a fucking joke.
Now, To your
And Mina
point.
Shirakawa is an established internationally traveled wrestler.
Oh!
The hell
Drives
was
her
that?
down,
Muffler
though.
powerbomb?
Again, regaining the advantage, though, just like that. You can call Marina Shafir whatever you want, but the bottom line, this is a problem Mina has to solve. Can she solve it? Stay tuned, Wrestle Card, picture-in-picture. Fuck television. And JJ, to your point, Jon Moxley saw something different in Marina Shafir. There's a reason why Jon Moxley chose Marina Shafir to be along with him during the entire Death Rider campaign. Not to mention, we've also seen Jon Moxley in the corner of Shafir at Bloodsport. Marina Shafir is not like the Egg Paris here in AEW, and that's what makes her stand out.
And I agree with you. And that's why I believe Moxley picked her, is he wanted to help elevate her. He saw something in her that needed to be tapped into and shown in a better way. And to Mox's credit, he has done that. But that doesn't cease the fact that up until the Death Riders and up until recently in the Death Riders, Marina Shafir has been a joke. She's been portrayed as a joke. She's lost more matches than she's won.
Yeah, she was never allowed to shine before Death Riders.
Yeah.
He's right.
So on paper, it would be an upset for Marina to beat Mina.
Yeah,
It's easy to beat a competitor in a multi-person match because you've got other people helping do the dirty work for you. Now Marina has to do it one-on-one against an international sensation, a globally traveled and respected Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, but Mina Shirakawa also is still very young in her career, to my point. Less experienced than, of course, Marina Shafir. And Marina Shafir right now trapping Mina into modified full Nelson. I'll go with those knee strikes to the core. Inside back leg trip. Despite the damage done to the left leg of Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir, by the way, is also still reigning and defending Defy Women's Champion.
I would love Marina to go on a streak, earn a TBS title shot, and be the one to take that off of Mercedes and just make her tap the fuck out.
That would absolutely baffle me beyond belief, but that would also be incredible. Now Marina Shafir trying to trap Mina Shirakawa, modified bow and arrow. Again, Mina, though, able to roll over the cover our press. Gets a 1 count.
Yeah, to Nick's point, Mina's won championships since her AEW run. Marina hasn't.
Outside, you're right. Irish whip, even if it was an interim, but still, championship nonetheless. And of course, Mina Shirakawa is former undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations again to Alex Windsor, now a 3-time Repro undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Champion. Who beat
Wow.
Interim or not, Mina still had the opportunity to go back to her hotel room and take pictures wearing nothing but that championship.
Oh, JJ,
why the title's a title. I don't give a damn what you say on the front of it. It's a title.
It's fair enough, I suppose.
And I'm not saying she did do that, but I'm saying she had the opportunity to do that.
Oh,
and we've seen some of Mina's photos. Okay, it's not like she didn't do that.
And 2 count on Marina Shafir. We're back here at AEW Dynamite. Both these women actually, while Marina Shirakawa is more world-renowned, traveled, and disciplined, they're still very similar level of experience. This is also the very first ever one-on-one match against each other. Shirakawa right now.
You're damn right. I've seen some pictures.
And Marina Shafir yelling at Mina, do better. Rolling elbow connects, turning Marina inside out. Got to her knees. Buzzsaw the back of the head, and Marina Shafir rocked. That's been also the MO of Marina Shafir. Yelling at her opponents to do better. Spinning back fist. Spinning Solvat connects instead. Now Mina with the follow-up. Looking for the Cazadora. Roll through. Steps through. Looking for that glamorous figure 4 leg lock, considering the damage done to the legs earlier, Walter.
Yep. I think I'm going to call her Shafir because Mina and Marina is just too easy to slip both names up.
Well, you got Shirakawa and Shafir to that point.
Yeah, Shira and Shafir.
Yeah, true.
And you hear again, Marina Shafir challenging Mina, do better, do better. Can the problem be solved?
Oh my God, is she going to split her fingers?
God, make a wish!
I knew that was coming. I was like, she's either going to bite her or she's going to split it.
They're looking for that dude. Oh, it's big back fist connects by Mina. Rocket Shafir. Again. You figure about that spinning back fist now at the fed. Oh!
Mother's milk.
There's milk, middle of the ring. Mina Shirakawa might be going to sleep.
She's not laying down though. She don't got all of it.
Yeah, but literally the arms drooping here. Referee in per position.
Dude,
Very
it's
much
over.
got tough call. That's it. Good night, Mina.
You know why she calls that mother's milk?
Just like that.
Because it's right on her titty.
Yep.
She's also a mother, you freaking simpleton. But that being said, it is all over just like that. The trap, the clutch, the incapacitation. Marina Shafir wins. Problem remains unsolved in the Death Riders. In singles action. Again, that submission move, that clutch, so dangerous. That smothering. Wait a minute. I don't think Marina Shafir is done yet.
Well, Tony says she won't come out during the match. She didn't say shit about after.
Yeah, but you know the Death Riders are never done even after the bell rings.
Yeah, but I don't even think the rest of the Death Riders are interfering in a women's match.
I mean, do the other Riders need to interfere in a Marina Shafir match? The answer is no. And right now, Mina Shirakawa is out on her feet being ragdolled by Marina Shafir, trapped in the Death Riders' clutches.
Dude, and that's more right on her muscle. Look,
yeah, literally on her neck, on her head, squeezing the life out. Wait a minute! And to your point, Walter, the match is over. It is time for the timeless wonder to arrive and save her forever lover. Again, oh wow, what the fuck?
Damn, one swift kick to the face.
And
front
Tony
kicked her in the
Storm
face.
falls on top of Mina Shirakawa. The timeless love bombs stacked on top of each other.
Dude, that's usually a body shot, that kind of kick. She hit her in the face. That's what knocked her out.
That was a lethal KO. Just dropped her with one shot. Wow. Well, Merry Christmas, Marina Shafir, and a fuck you to everybody else, and a Happy New Year. Damn. It goes back to what we said, Walter, earlier about how dangerous Marina Shafir really has become. What JJ said earlier about Jon Moxley making her better. Exuding this hatred of the audience and loving every second of it.
It's not far-fetched to think that she's the one that's going to beat Mercedes for the TBS title after she starts.
I don't think it's too far-fetched to say Marina Shafir could be a women's champion next year somehow in AEW.
Yeah, I'd rather her win the TBS one first and then elevate even more after.
Well, as we got a moment to breathe here, and someone could check on Mina Shirakawa and Thomas Toy Storm's pulse. JJ, what you got to say to that?
I got to say, look, they're acknowledging celebrities in the crowd. Thought it was only the other company that did that glazing.
All right, apples to oranges. Let's focus on what's more important here, the women's division.
No, it's apples to apples, damn it. It's the same freaking thing.
Who is that? I don't even know who that was.
Somebody that's got 2 Emmy nominations for Success.
And some sort of series on HBO Max for those that are wondering, of course. As we go last week, Wednesday. And of course, we go backstage to Kenny Omega regarding, of course, what happened last week. Bucks not be cleared for action for quite some time.
Am I an asshole for not even caring if the Bucks get hurt or not?
You know what, Walter? I don't judge you. Others may judge you. At the end of the day, I'm mutual.
I don't care how babyface you force them to be. I'm not cheering for them.
What are we talking about? The Elite? The Elite or the Elite? I mean, there has been rumors about, of course, these 3 men. Take care of something that I need to take care of myself. So, what are you guys resting up? We're going to do something that I should have done a little while ago. We talked about back there. Well, it sounds like the Young Bucks are going to be out of action for quite a period of time as Kenny Omega has something else to take care of. I guess we'll find out what that means sooner rather than later. But coming up next, the main event AEW Dynamite 34th Street, Goldie gets the Continental Classic. The Bastard Prop goes one-on-one with Jungle Jack Perry after this commercial break. As the action continues live from the Hammerstein Ballroom. Again, fuck television. First off, Marina Shafir, that is one badass bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fuck the celebrity. Talk about Marina Shafir and Mina Shirakawa.
It was a good match. Marina had a good showing. She made Mina tap out to the mother's milk.
Tap out, you passed out.
So great, good match. I don't know what more you want me to say.
I just wanted to get some sort of tidbit towards that because I know that was
Marina with the upset.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Once again, you ate crow. Anyway, Walter, go ahead and speak. What do you got to say, bro?
I know I'll be afraid to hug Marina. She could knock on that mother's milk out of nowhere. She could turn a hug into that.
I mean, she literally Irish whipped Mina Shirakawa and trapped her. That was it. That was a lethal hold, basically. That wasn't a choke.
That move is lethal because you could literally pull it out of anywhere.
Yeah, no kidding. Well,
think about it. If she has you in a sleeper, all she got to do is flip you around and turn it right into the mother's milk.
I mean, we've seen her do a judo takeover into Mother's Milk. It's almost like Mother's Milk can come out of nowhere.
I was liking the combos they were doing.
I wouldn't go as far as to compare it to an RKO, but
Well, yeah, I mean the different the facets of moves, but it's almost like a UFC call, and it's like it is all over, just like that, except literally again KO via suffocation.
Trust me, somebody could go for a splash off the top rope. She could jump with them, catch them right in the grip. She could do a lot to turn that move out of nowhere.
And to JJ's point, this is the most action we've seen on Marina Shafir in singles, tags, multi-women, etc. And she's been very effective. Marina starts her own faction. That'd be interesting, considering Time Mello is, of course, a multiple Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and Anna Jay is still very young in her career. And, of course, Tai J came up short in the Women's World Championship tournament. The Mega Problems and Tai J together as an all-female faction. Strength, precision, striking, potential. I like that a lot, actually, Nick. For once, you gave something smart. I really am impressed. All right. And again, folks, so the predicting for our World's End is 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Friday night. All are welcome to join me and a gaggle of fools. Again, will be coming AEW World's End this Saturday. You can buy it exclusively on HBO Max or your local pay-per-view provider. The final pay-per-view of the calendar year and the culmination of this year's winner of the Continental Classic. But again, tomorrow night, we'll be back covering Christmas Collision. That is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Christmas night, as we all enjoy Christmas Day. Conclusion, of course, of the Continental Classic. As, of course, we'll find out who will be the top two of the gold and the top two of the blue, as well as much more heading into World's End. And again, the Continental Classic has disciplined everybody involved in here, including Jon Moxley, who, might I add, was an inaugural finalist in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like, honestly, Jon Moxley has reached a point of humility, baptized in combat, seeing how everyone is bringing their best and their worst. But the bottom line is this. Jon Moxley is literally going to pull every bullet he can and leave nothing to chance.
Isn't this what he wanted, though? When he told Tony, this is not your company anymore, this is what he wanted, everybody to step up and everything? For him not to have to be the only one?
Well, the Continental Classic and Marina Shafir have definitely proven that.
So be careful what the hell you wish for.
Well, coming up tomorrow night, the Bastard Pack goes one-on-one with Kevin Knight in the Gold League. As, of course, we look towards tomorrow night, by the way, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, Kevin Knight has been absolutely a wild card upset. And Speedo might be the other half of JSP takes on Raymer Katsuchika Okada. White Jungle Dad Perry takes on the Pro Star Kyle Fletcher, to JJ's point, on a 0-2 record. While Konosuke Takeshita, who leads the Blue League, takes on Máscara Dorada, a man who already beat Claudio Castagnoli. And, of course, Claudio Castagnoli will culminate his Blue League run against Roderick Strong. If Roderick Strong beats Claudio and Konosuke beats Máscara, Konosuke's a lock. As Orange Cassidy goes one-on-one with Jon Moxley in the Blue League. But also the Basil Wrath will be in tag team action, JJ's other favorite aspect of the division, against High-End and Maya World. As we look towards World's End, where the Basil Wrath will defend the World Tag Team Women's World Tag Team Championships against Mercedes Moné and the Forever Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena. Can they coexist? Can Mercedes Moné rebound after 2 straight losses? As, of course, the Continental Classic concludes with the semifinals and the championship as well. Why you put that on the ether? Can you be positive for once? And Kris Statlander and Jamie Hayter will hit harder than ever before And we'll see who truly deserves to be the AEW World Champion. As the Men's World Champions on the line of fatal four-way action, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, and MJF. Who truly is better than all the others? But now it is time for our main event on Dynamite. As the Boston Pac takes on Jungle Jack Perry. Gold League action underway here. Again, Continental Classic continuation, Walter. You talked about before a dead heat. All men tied at 6, except for Jungle Jack Perry. If Jungle Jack Perry wins, it's a 6-way tie in the Gold League, heading into everyone's final match tomorrow night on Christmas Collision.
That'll be so chaotic. I just want to see it.
And again, folks, Continental Classic, 20-minute time limit. Walter, make sure you have your stopwatch out. 3 points for a draw, 1 point for, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone's banned from ringside. If anyone gets involved, they are fired from AEW. And to what Walter was saying earlier and what John Moxley was echoing, his mission to be for AEW, the Continental Classic has truly shown the best out of AEW, bell to bell in the ring. And of course,
every Death Rider for themselves. You can't interfere. You risk getting fired. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, who knew that you actually could have pure wrestling? As we go over Nate Paquette.
Damn, he didn't even give Renee the time of day. I thought she was about to interview him.
You know damn well that he's not going to give anybody words.
Laser focused.
Damn. Renee's
gonna wake up what?
In a loincloth tomorrow.
Damn.
Again, 2 matches left for Pac and Jungle Jack Perry. Tonight is their pre-ultimate match in the round robin run. And Jack Perry says there's still a chance that he could take this. And honestly, if he was able to beat Pac and Kyle Fletcher, there is still very much a chance for anyone to be the runner-up in the Gold League versus the leader.
It's still crazy because if you asked me a year or two ago, I would not think we would hear this song again.
Yeah, right? Hey, a song I actually recognized, by the way. Shout out to Dan for the conversation last night on the No DQ review, where, again, AEW uses more licensed music you can actually understand versus some music you can't understand. At least there is more personality I can actually relate to in AEW versus the other company, despite the fact they have an 8-digit portfolio and don't want to do anything with the music budget. But that's neither here nor there. That's not a debate. That's not a conversation. The state of music and wrestling is a previous conversation. Go check that out later. Again, Jack Perry.
We'll see what happens when the contract expires for Death Row.
They'll probably renew it because they're cheap asses. Again, Jack Perry, and very much not out of this tournament, folks.
Is he hurt? He keeps shaking his leg. Oh, from last week.
Well, you got to remember, last week, a number was done on that ankle in that match against people Mike Bailey, where Jack Perry earned his only 3 points so far.
Still not fair that he had to take over somebody else's spot and couldn't get spotted a couple points.
Hey, at least he had a chance. They could have just treated us like the G1 and gave everybody 3 points just because. Jack Perry is capitalizing on a given opportunity, even if he is a down runner. At the end of the day, you take what you are given. Again, everyone banned from ringside. Continental tie up here. Again, 20-minute time limit, folks. We will stay with the entire duration of this match.
He ain't going to give him a clean break.
About to say, you really expect anything clean from somebody called the Bastard?
Oh, he did it?
Bouncing dirty Bastard.
Damn, he shut me up.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we know how proficient of a wrestler Pac is. Hell, here they made the comparison. This Pac ain't the other Pac. Honestly, this has been the strongest Pac has ever looked.
Dude, Pac's arms are bigger than fucking Jack Perry's leg.
Jack Perry, though, can still trap Pac in a snare trap and possibly go for submission win here. And we've seen already incredible counter roll-ups to the near draw. 30 seconds to the draw with, for example, John Moxley and Roderick Strong. Armor takeover. Again, folks, we'll be back tomorrow night to Sandy's Point. Christmas Collision, 9 p.m. Standard Time until the family festivities unfold, at least for my family. I will be here. I don't give a damn if no one else is because I'm covering this thing on hold, damn it. Christmas Collision tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the conclusion of the Continental Classic round robin action.
I was going to say to Sandy's thing there, it's not a matter of working on Christmas Day. Okay. Noah really wanted to do the C2 tournament all the way through. That meant working on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That was all his choice. And for Noah, this isn't work. This is fun.
Damn
Mm-hmm.
fucking right. Again, the semifinals and of course the finals will take place.
And I mean,
at
if we're
World's
being
End.
real, come 9:00 p.m. to the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. Why are you muted? And right now, JJ will stay muted, I guess, till commercial break as the action does continue here. Again, grinding the soles of the boots against Jack Perry's face. And right now, Jack Perry trying to out-wrestle Pac here. Jack Perry and Pac, of course, have only met each other one other time on Collision, episode 61 in 2024. Take over T. Harris there.
Nice to hit us.
And Jack Perry was looking to die, but Pac, with a little bit of misdirection. Jack Perry looking to follow up over the baseball slide. Pac scanning it though. Cazadora. Caught a blow down on the floor.
Perry can't be fooled by the muscle gain that Pac got, because he could take it through the air too, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jack Perry is just as agile, if not more, than Pac. The difference in body mass might play to Jack Perry's favor in the speed department.
In the aerial assault
here.
department, yeah.
Again, the replay here, the baseball slide turned into a bulldog on the floor. And Jack Perry going up to the top rope. It's a flying elbow. Now on the cover. It gets a 1 count.
Freaking standing elbow? What the hell? He treated
Again.
an elbow like a clothesline almost.
Sort of.
Look at Pac. Look at Pac. Frustrating him.
Yeah, exactly. And Jack Perry trying something different here. Again, first time ever one of my matchup with these two. Snap suplex on the floor, and immediately you see Jack Perry favoring his left ankle. And again, folks, JJ's point, Christmas night, not Christmas Day. Again, you wonder that injury has been re-exaggerated. 3 points in the goal league here in the Continental Classic. Pop looking to ascend the field. Jack Perry looking to make it a 6-way tie. What happens? Rest one quiet, picture, fuck television. And now JJ can actually speak, as again, the action was going on. So apologies, brother. Go ahead. I did see your comment, by the way, as you were also, of course, talking to Sandy. So please, speak your mind. That's what happens when I freaking call wrestling, folks.
That was the point I was trying to make.
Yep. Because who's doing something 9 o'clock at night most days? I'm just saying, if you're not working.
Go 9 o'clock my time. We might go to the movies. I don't know.
Well,
they're trying to make me go see Avatar. I'm not the
the
biggest
blue one?
Avatar person. Yeah.
The blue one? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Again, I don't watch movies. I don't care about movies.
I honestly, I know I'm a few. JJ, don't cuss me out, but I've never seen either one of the other two.
Go ahead, JJ. Speak your mind while you got the chance, because we're on a commercial break.
Either one of the other two, what?
Avatars.
I ain't seen them either.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not in the lonely here.
No, I've never seen any of them either.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. You actually, both of you haven't seen the same type of movie that's actually a new... That's
I'm into
interesting.
the other Avatar, like the anime style, the
Nickelodeon
Airbender,
one.
not the blue.
Oh, is that the bald dude with the blue arrow pointing down like you are here?
Yeah, that I'm into, not the blue alien species. I don't even know what that movie really is about.
James Cameron.
Yeah, I'm not into either Avatar. I just saw Wicked the other day, so.
Wicked 1 or Wicked 2?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. That's all I need to know. Like I said, I may not watch movies, but I'm enough in tune with my friends and culture.
I don't think the new one's a sequel. It's just like added or is it?
It's it's a sequel. Yeah. It's 1 year after the events of the first movie.
Exactly. Oh, okay. About to say, I mean, some of these movies actually follow a meta sequence, if y'all can believe it. And then other movies are like, let's just throw stuff in AI and CGI and see if it makes box office appeal. Even if it doesn't, we'll still take the fool's money.
From what I understand, they basically took the book and they split it into 2 movies. That way they didn't ignore anything that happened. So,
Well, you might as well split this gold block down the damn middle at this point, because if it becomes a 6-way tie, every match pretty much is going to determine your freaking semifinalists for freaking tomorrow night. As far as the Blue League goes, Konosuke Takeshita got 10 points. I think he's virtually a lock, guys. I don't think there's no way to upset that. I think he's through.
Claudio's close. If he wins, he's got 7, right? Well, 2 people got 7. If they,
Well,
there's
technically
2 sevens,
speaking,
right?
no, Claudio only had 7, along with Konosuke Takeshita. Guys, we're back here. Missile drop kick for our main event again at AEW Dynamite 34th Street. And Pac right now with the cover, hook the far leg, back press. And it's a 2 count. Again, we'll talk more about the statistical analysis if we want afterwards, or we'll do it tomorrow night, guys. Because again, tomorrow night, that's it. Tomorrow night, we learn the top 4. The 4 men, the 2 blue, the 2 gold that are heading through the semifinals at World's End. And right now,
tomorrow you're not allowed to say cut the fucking feed as soon as we're done, because we're going to have some stuff we're going to need to discuss about the C2 going forward and stuff. So,
all right, fine, JJ. We'll go ahead. Super kick. All right, fine. I want to immediately cut the feed tomorrow night, but I'm still doing my shtick tonight. You can't stop me tonight. Anyway, Pac and Jack Perry trying not to stop before the clock lets up. Jack Perry trying to make this a ridiculous, remarkable, historic, first time ever 6-way tie, while Pac looks to take the lead in the block. Oh, Jack Perry, nice brainbuster.
It's weird because Perry could be looking at himself if he hit the gym harder. Because look at him and Pac are like so similar. But like, if he would just hit the gym harder, he can get that same size. But
I mean, at
I
one
don't think
point,
it'll fit Perry.
yeah, about to say, Jack Perry at one point was an elite bastard, though, to your point. Again, everyone's banned from ringside in case you're all wondering where the fuck is everybody else. These matches are a pure one-on-one contest. The better wrestler or the smarter wrestler wins these. No other circumstance. Or it goes to a 20-minute draw.
Sometimes it's also the lucky one.
Where the hell did he pull that from?
I don't know. But he damn sure slipped up on the flip.
Well, either way, he still got enough of the after attack of that flip with the deadlift German dropping Pac on his head.
Sometimes you just got to be lucky for 3 seconds in these kind of tournaments, Noah.
Yeah, we've seen that how many times? Jumping into the DDT on the bastard Pac, and that might give him the 3 that he needs. That kick out 2.5. Flying DDT, just lunging into Pac and grabbing him.
He did spike him, shit.
Yeah, but again, the bastard's down, but Jack Perry is also stumbling, as you still see him favor that ankle, to JJ's point from our call from this past weekend. Clenching his ankle right now in his shin. Of course, we know Pac works on a brutalizer that works on the neck and the shoulders. Was looking for that knee, and again, runs into a boot. Explosion. Oh, God!
Dude, holy shit.
High angle belly-to-belly suplex in the turnbuckle. Jack Perry goes crashing.
He literally... Whoa. What did they say remaining?
10 minutes.
He almost landed in a tree of woe out of that exploser.
See the ankle right now, wrapping around the top rope there, by the way. And just the awkward angle of that ankle. There's a hard tongue twister for you. Angle of an ankle. Try saying that 3 times fast. Now Pac and Jack Perry to the top, eye to eye of each other. Oh, dear God. Let's go back now. Let's start up on a belly suplex release.
He threw his ass half across the ring. Well, actually, all the way across.
Threw him freaking halfway across the boroughs of New York. Jesus. And shoots the half. Now in the cover. Side press and 2.5.
That referee's hand was close.
I thought Pac had him there. Look at the distance. Freaking flyer miles. Not brought to you by Priceline. Jesus.
That'll get you a free flight.
I think that was a flight that Jack Perry was looking to book. Again, Pac right now favoring his shoulder. Damage possibly done to Pac as well there in that move. It's one of those favorite high-risk moves, Walter, that sometimes the bringer versus the receiver gets just as much damage.
That's why they call him high risk.
And neither of these men can afford a mistake right now, especially Jack Perry. If Pac goes to 9, Jack Perry effectively might as well be eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Perry again trying to fight. At this point, Jack Perry might be a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Again, that ankle in no shape, no support underneath Jack Perry.
Just go for the submission, Pac. Stop antagonizing.
That's what a Death Rider does. Look at Marina Shafir to the Mina Shirakawa. Bring up to speed, by the way. Marina Shafir capacity Mina Shirakawa in Mother's Milk, as well as KO booting Timeless Toy Storm on top of her forever lover. We saw, of course, Máscara Dorada. Oh! Beat Roderick strong in the opening of the show. The poison around out of the bastard Pac. And MJF incapacitated by Swerve and Heyman, while Samoa Joe looked to send a rematch. Oh! Coming back with a comeback lariat. Jack Perry cover hook on the far lane. Back press and kick out at 2.5.
That's twice that he spiked him because he did the poison Rana just now and then that DDT earlier.
You think about Jack Perry using his own momentum against Pac there, who threw him into the ropes. After this ridiculous exchange, that poison Rana, Jack Perry follow up the sidestep by Pac, and Jack Perry, wham! Rebound lariat turned Pac up and over, inside out.
Inside out indeed.
Showing his heart and his incredible tenacity here. We also saw Bandido show his incredible resilience and resolve and awareness, outsmarting Ricochet and earning an AEW Men's World Championship match and the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Looking for that knee to extinction, and Pac grabbing it, though. It seems the Young Bucks will also be out indefinitely due to injury. Rising knee strike, combination, front kick, Jack Perry with the receipt. Now hook in. Oh!
The hell is that?
The backdrop suplex is what it was. Saito almost.
Oh, no,
And
no,
the
I'm
knee
sorry.
strike connects. Back press 2. Uh-oh. And the brutalizer. A nonchalant curve by Jack Perry might have cost him here. He's got to try and find a way to reverse the pressure. Roll through. Find a way to the ropes. Brutalizer locked in. And Jack Perry able to find saving grace by a toe hold with a rope break. And that's the only thing that saved Jack Perry there, bar none.
100%.
Referee Stephon Smith right now. And right now, Pac looking to go from 0 to 7,000 RPM with this ridiculous puppet bomber. And now again, go back to like Jack Perry, the counter, like, oh my God.
Oh, shit, I thought he got him.
Almost stole it there, but again, Pac is relentless on the attack, looking for the brutalizer. Jack Perry biting the fingers of Pac, going savage here against the bastard.
Dude, look at the torque you get on that move, dude.
Swing and a miss. Cazadora roll through, deep hugging the legs too, and Jack Perry.
Chaos! Chaos!
6-way tie in the Gold League. Come tomorrow night by the skin of his teeth. Jack Perry stays alive.
I told you sometimes you just got to be lucky for 3 seconds, didn't I?
Unfreaking believable.
Called it.
The Continental, you did actually. You got one right, JJ. Good job. The Continental Classic Gold League in a dead heat. All 6 men do or die tomorrow night in a 6-way tie.
I said it at Christmas Chaos. I wanted it. Yeah.
You got it, dude. There it is. You got it.
Look at all those 6s.
Okada, Bailey, Fletcher, Knight, Pac, and Perry all at 6.
You know how much more the rest of these last matches mean now? Holy shit.
Draws could literally mean elimination or advantage now. It is do or die for all 6 men in the Gold League. There is no advantage come tomorrow night.
Lucha sauce.
And coming out with the milk and cookies, it looks like. Centasaurus out here in the Hammerstein Ballroom, rewarding Jack Perry for being a good boy for the victory tonight.
He hasn't been a good boy all of 2025. Don't try to fool yourself.
But tomorrow you might have to be naughty if you want to make it to World's End. But where do we begin? Find out tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, folks, conclusion of the Continental Classic round robin action. Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley. Konosuke Takeshita versus Máscara Dorada. And Claudio Castagnoli versus Roderick Strong. While goalie will be Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Jungle Jack Perry versus Kyle Fletcher. And Kevin Knight versus the bastard Pac. It is do or die for everybody in the Gold League. And the only one who has the best advantage right now across the entire field is Konosuke Takeshita at 10. So who will be our top 2 for the blue and gold? And heading into World's End, we will find officially tomorrow night come Christmas Collision. But for right now, we thank you all for tuning in. Happy Christmas Eve to all of you. For Dedicated Wrestling, JJ Williams, the living by Christmas spirit. For Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, I'm the Seminole Foster, reminding all of you, this is where the best definitely wrestle sometimes. And until tomorrow night, like a positive path in life, Merry Christmas to you all in advance. You don't join us, and have a good night. I don't care what you say about tonight, bro. Cut the fucking feed.